Hey guys, welcome back. Sorry, it's been about a couple weeks since I've really posted much. Been just crazy busy with tree jobs, firewood, family stuff, you know. Hey babe, say hello. Say hello. But, you know, non-stop, making wood, bagging sawdust, loading the boiler, deliveries, tree jobs, you know, the whole 9 yards. So it's been a long time since I've made a wood boiler video, and you can tell this is new. That's probably been there, I don't know, I've talked about it a good month or two. It's just a prototype. It's not really that appealing. It's just rough cut in there, but I got it vented through the ceiling. I just wanted to see if it would work, and it does. That fan isn't the strongest, but it works. We've actually, is this thing running? Yeah. We've actually did some upgrades to the boiler finally. Yeah, she's running. So I finally have the 4 pumps. So this one goes to the shops, snow melt system, the house, and this one is a direct one to the kiln. So 4 pumps, that one's large, and so is that one there for the snow melt and the kiln. So it's all plumbed in. I got all the sensors on the return and then one on the supply, which is, where is it? Right here from the supply. So it lets me know what the boiler water temp is, not the return. So I've had a bunch of questions on that. So I've used, hopefully you can see that, the Mocreo, something like that. I'm not sure if that's pronounced right. System. It has its own hub that they all connect to. It's all Wi-Fi. So as long as you have that, you can monitor the system. And it works flawlessly. You can set up, you know, alarms to let you know if it exceeds a certain temp or goes too cold. So like on these type of boilers, there's nothing to tell me remotely what the water temp is. I mean, the fire could go out, or it's out of wood and it's losing temp. And we all know that's not good. Like today, it was -4 this morning. It's in the low single digits right now. Yes, the water is circulating, but you know, if the house is turned on and the shops are, the kiln is, they're just gonna run until the water is equalized with the air outside, and it's just not good. So that's nice. I get alerts on my phone, whatever parameters I set. So enough of that. So it is nice though. Now the kiln's on a direct loop. Should be able to get a little bit hotter now. Doesn't go through my garage heater or nothing like that. It's on its own loop. So technically it does run through here along with my shops, and they are insulated within that pipe. I'm still, I think, going to insulate the outside because I put a thermal gun on it, and you know, this was a couple of days ago when it was warmer. It was 60 some degrees there, and as I went this way, the temp cooled down. So I know it's bleeding a little heat, and like I said, the lines are insulated on the inside, but as we all know, I mean, that pipe's going to be as cold as it is out here, and if the lines are bleeding heat, I'm losing some, you know, heat transfer there. So, but not too concerned. I mean, there's plenty of water and BTUs that this guy provides. So I got some wood staged here. Like, it's midday, it's like 1:30ish. I'm just gonna throw some of this in there to get me at least through till tonight when I got a loader. So I'm gonna have to turn her back off. I'm just gonna chuck it in real quick, but I'm gonna let it burn. It literally just turned on. It just turned back on the garage. I had it off this morning because she was struggling to get back up to temp, because unfortunately I've kind of run out of somewhat dry boiler wood. So as you can see, these are cut-offs from the processor. So these were cut, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, so they're not dry. This stuff's a little older. This is all oak. This is what I'll throw in tonight. This was processed probably 6 months ago. So yes, it's oak, it's not that dry, but it's a hell of a lot drier than that. So I threw in this morning a bunch of, well, let me backtrack. Last night I threw a lot of wood in here knowing that it's going to drop to below zero. I probably put 3 or 4 of those in there at least. And then when you looked inside, it's the most wood I've ever put in there. I did not have the garage on. The house was on. Obviously the kiln's running nonstop, so that's drawing a lot of heat, as we know. The second garage where the kiln is, that's on, but it never runs because I have a little heat loss from the kiln. The attached garage doesn't turn back on until 7 a.m. ish, so all the kids' clothes when they go to school are warm. My stuff is warm. I turned the garage off because that was up to temp, and that is insulated, so it takes a long time. I just wanted to see how this did the first night of really cold. And let me tell you, when the house kicks back up to 73 from 69 at 6 in the morning, this turned on at 7, that turned on at 7. I get out here like 7:30, 8 o'clock, and it's just like coals. I was kind of surprised because I put a lot of wood in there. Some dry-ish, and a lot of like this stuff on top. Now, once this stuff hits the coals, by the 5th, 6th burn, it's dry. So it's kind of concerning how much wood I'm actually going through. Yes, it is cold. Yes, I'm heating a lot. I know as soon as I turn that kiln off, this thing's gonna idle all day, which is good because I don't really have that much boiler wood. This is the first year I didn't really prepare wood for ourselves because I thought I was gonna have a lot more cut off, some boiler wood. So like this is the wood that you saw in the video from yesterday. That's that locust, those 9 totes. Clearly that was all fresh cut. That's not going to be ready to go anytime soon. Now, in a few weeks, I may start intermixing that with some of the other wood that I have, because it'll burn, you know, after the first or second burn cycle and that stuff dries out a little bit. Yes, it won't burn as eco-friendly, you know, but that's what I got, because otherwise I'm DOA, and we can't have that. So because I will not drain this and blow the lines out, and because I got the kiln running. Yes, I have wood that I can throw in here, but it's all for sale. So yeah, so that's kind of what we've been up to. I mean, I'm still delivering wood pretty much. As soon as it comes out of the kiln, it's gone. I don't know, the next 6, 7 kiln cycles are all spoken for, of course. Got to get this stacked. It's just too cold to be doing that right now. The next couple days is supposed to warm up, so hopefully soon. So a little side note though, heat in here is running, so it might be a little bit louder than normal. So I know I mentioned this in a video about a month ago. So this fridge, this portable fridge, right, the SetPower, that's what I got at Set 237. So I leave that in the garage. So we got water and juice and whatever else in there, some adult beverages when I'm working in here. So typically before we leave to go on a tree job, sometimes like in the summer I'll bring that with. Well, I haven't yet because I haven't had it in the summer, but I'll bring that, just throw it right in the truck. Obviously it's cold outside right now, right? So technically whatever I take out of there, you could just leave outside of the truck when we're working. You know, we usually work, some days are mostly short, but then there's some that are long days and you want, you know, a snack, lunch, stuff to drink. We'll bring that. And this thing has just worked flawlessly. So I have this in the garage in the time being, hooked up to all my solar stuff. I got it hooked up to my anchor, which is wired into solar panels, and that runs that 24/7. So it's worked flawlessly. I'm really happy I got that. I can't wait actually till summer. I can just throw that in the bed of my truck. Whatever guys are working that day, they can throw their food, water in there, lunch, whatever, and you don't have to worry about it being too hot. So pretty happy with it so far. I'll have some links down in the description for it if you guys want to check them out. Pretty excited about it because I've never had anything like that, and it's working as it should. So let me get this boiler now turned off. Now unfortunately it's probably going to be really smoky. Let me just crack the door now. Try to get Let me just see what it looks like. Just a bunch of coal. So you can see that it's not really burning very good because the wood's just not dry. So I'll get you guys set up over here. Now I could turn the fan on, but I'm gonna chuck this in really quick and then shutter. This stuff is as dry as stuff I have. I'm kind of doing this to build up the coal bed for tonight because it's going to get down to 0 again. And I'll probably end up in a few hours coming back and chucking a ton of the cutoffs from the processor. I'll throw a ton of that in there so that'll dry before I load it up for tonight with a bunch more fresh stuff. The key is to keep a coal bed. And if you don't have that or somewhat dry wood, it's just going to run forever. And let me tell you, it has been. And I'm not very happy about it. All right. Okay, let's get our turn back on. See if you can see anything. This is at 169. So my set point on the boiler is 182 right now, but 8-degree differential, so she's a little cold. So just give it a few seconds here. Once the damper opens up, she's going to start puffing. So most of that right now is just steam. But, you know, everyone always says like, oh, conventional boiler like this one, this puffs all day. Like smoke. That's not smoke. It's just hot air and it's super cold. My gasser did way more than this. I don't care what anyone says. Now, when you look way over there, see a little blue, that's smoke. But most of this is not smoke. So, other than that, now with typical somewhat dry wood, like the stuff I just threw in there, she's gonna regain temp within 7 to 10 minutes. And then she's dormant for an hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours. So I can deal with the little bit of smoke that she puts out. You know, everyone's like, oh, you know, you're just polluting and whatnot. Well, yes and no. People that burn with a traditional fireplace, your chimney smokes all day long. All day long. Yes, you can get those EPA efficient stoves, which we have. Actually, we have our fire going in the house right now just for like ambiance. And you probably can't see it, but she's burning and there's a little smoke. Now when you reload it, it's going to smoke for a little bit depending on the wood. I'm burning kiln dried cherry and it smells really good. I'm pretty happy with it. Just shows me that my wood's super dry and that wood is extremely dry. But let's take a look at the kiln vent. Now the first 2 days this vent is crazy puffing. It's kind of windy, you could probably see it. Hopefully you can see the steam coming off. I mean, look at all the snow and stuff building up in ice. But check this out. Look at the ice built up that comes off of here. Every day or so we'll come out, bang on this real quick, and it just falls right off. But the first I'd say 36 hours or so, all that big heavy moisture comes out. She is puffing like a chimney is. That's what it looks like, but it's just hot steam. So it's pretty cool. It's still taking a little longer than I expected to dry stuff. Mind you, like this wood's got to go in there still. It's frozen. Everything is wet. This wood is 0 degrees, right? Give or take. You know, you got to bang, you know, bump it up, back up to temp, and that's gonna take a while. So, but yeah, everything's going good. Boiler's working just fine. It's as efficient as it's gonna be right now. That I got everything on its own dedicated loop finally. So, big pumps. I haven't had to run the snow melt. I did the one day we had a little trace like this, but I'm not turning it on just to melt this, because in a couple days it's supposed to rain, be back in the 30s. It's just a waste of BTUs and wood. And now I got the kiln on its own dedicated loop, which is huge. House obviously always has been. That's working just fine. So, but you know, having an outdoor boiler in 0 degrees, like right now it's like 6 degrees. You got to come out here and load it. It's not a big deal, you know, as long as you have the wood somewhat close and you're not, I mean, I guess most of them are outside in the elements, where mine's underneath. It's not that big of a deal, but you got to come out here. At least 12 or 2 times a day, every 12 hours. I've been coming out about 3-4 times to throw some wood in, just because the wood's not dry. So I do throw a lot of this small scrap from the processor stuff, the small, or just, you know, little schnibbits, I guess, just to keep that coal bed going and to dry that wood out, so it you know, it burns. So another couple minutes into it, it's not puffing, it's just hot steam. So anyone that says these aren't efficient, well, this clearly is, versus my gasser. Now if it wasn't this cold, you wouldn't see a thing, and we just threw in fresh wood, so like you don't even see any blue smoke anymore. So yeah, like I say, it's a little bit more work than bumping up your thermostat and not having to throw any wood in, you know, versus having a fireplace inside, having to bring the wood in and so on and so forth, and the bugs and whatnot. It's outside, gets you moving, gives you a reason to get up early and throw wood in the boiler to keep your hot water and family warm. So, but yeah, she's running. It's definitely boiler season. It's a couple weeks before Christmas, and it's cold. I think it's a little colder than normal, which is good. So, but that's pretty much all I got for you guys today. I'm going to try to be more active making videos. I've just been so busy and been tired. I know it's a bad excuse, but to try to bring your guys, you know, quality content, I got to have a little bit of sleep and energy to do it. So, but yeah, still here, still working every day. Tonight not so much. I'm kind of taking a little break, do little small things here and there and whatnot. So, but yeah, let me know what you guys think. But yeah, I'll put a link in the description for that cooler. Check them out if you're interested in one of those. It's worked out great for me. I should be making more boiler videos here soon, because I'm going to be burning pretty much wet wood for the rest of the season, and I know it's going to be a little bit of a struggle to get us through. So, but we'll see. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. But as always, keep burning.